Today is Friday the 13th, 2026. Just about 141 days since the promising young man from Manchester High School, Jayden Smith, was murdered. Him cousin from foreign fly down and take him out. Plain and simple, point blank. I've been away for quite a few days, and it's encouraging that the people in the Yard Boss movement reach out and say, Yard Boss, where you there? What I was doing over the past couple of days behind the scenes was trying to organize stuff, try to bring some unity to the Jaden Smith case. Because what I found is we're talking and talking and nothing is moving. And I was tired of talking and talking with no real progress. As you know, come in at the live, like the live stream, if this is your first time coming across my face on your screen, I go by the name Yard Boss TV over here on YouTube, Yard Boss over there on TikTok. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the live and leave your comments in the comment section. And when I'm done discussing the topics, I'll go through the comment section. So yes, behind the scenes, making a lot of calls to people, some in high positions, just trying to get a reading of what's going on in the Jaden Smith case. Because there's no movement on the part of the police department down there in Mandeville, Manchester area. Me not see nothing go on. So my conclusion is that them need a little bit of push. Not to say that they're incompetent and them don't know how to investigate case. I don't know. But them need a little bit more push. So I spent a night over there on Team Matter Live, just talking to the people them. And they're planning a protest on March the 28th, 2026. And the protest is going to be at the Emancipation Park in Kingston, right? I was scheduled to go on the Andre Stevenson program sometime earlier this week, but you know, him heavy in the politics thing, so he had to reschedule. So it's supposed to be probably around Sunday, where I'll be speaking directly to Jamaica and to the politicians about the Jaden Smith case. I think I have in-depth knowledge of the case, how to actually properly lay it out for the nation. Not my words only, but the words directly from Shanique, the words directly from Mr. T, from Demar, from Miss Anne. And just ask the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, ask the opposition leader, Marky G himself, the members of Parliament, and the DPP, just to listen to what I have to say. And let me know whether or not you no believe say we need a proper investigation, an investigation that is not behind closed doors, an investigation that if there's CCTV footage, release it to the public. And if after that presentation we still have to go out and protest and go along bad, something is definitely wrong with our island, Jamaica. Because it's a no-brainer that this case right here is supposed to give a case, yeah, some priority. I know a lot occurred since Shanique came down and murdered Jaden Smith. Hurricane Melissa came and mashed up Jamaica. We're talking about over 8 billion US dollars in damages. And everybody stopped talking about Jaden Smith. And Shanique swear say she get away. But she never know, say. Even when media over there TikTok, I cover Hurricane Melissa, me still have Jaden Smith on my mind. Still have Jaden Smith on my mind, and me I say, Jaden Smith, me not say Jaden Smith, the person who is alive, is not gonna survive the storm, you know. What me I say is, Jaden Smith bones wash away. And that me I say, you know. Me say the evidence of Jaden Smith bone wash away in the storm. That's what me I say, you know. Some people have said that them cremate Jaden Smith, but my gut feeling I tell me say Jaden Smith was not cremated. And even today, I receive confirmation that the family and people who are associated with the family, them still out there are worried and still out there afraid. Please, me I beg you know, if you're in the live stream, please like the live. Today is Friday night, it's like 7:52. People are out and about, so please like the live so the video can spread afterwards. And after this live tonight, I have a video that is publishing about 9 p.m. with a next door neighbor. The next door neighbor came out and he spoke on Tiger. You know Tiger over there on TikTok? Yeah. So what me I do is, I'm calling for unity. G Progress, he's an original on the case. Him not just a running. You have Tiger over there. You have Sir Price, who is an OG. Sir Price and L.A. Lewis crack the case. So even though a lot of people in the movement have Sir Price as a hothead, head sick, no good, he was the one who was there with L.A. Lewis in the earlier stages, trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Jaden Smith, calling on Andreen Peart to be steady, diplomatic, because when the big high power people them come in, and I have confidence that we're gonna get the real investigation that is needed in the Jaden Smith case. Let's all pray that Andreen can be steady at the wheel, because we need steadiness. We don't need a bunch of war and fight for Jaden Smith. That is not what I'm feeling from Jaden Smith's spirit. We need calm. We need cool heads to prevail. Because everybody in the movement, you know, from those who are calm, from those who head sick, mad, no good, we have one objective. And the objective is to get justice for Jaden Smith. We may not all agree in what actually happened and who is involved and timelines and who are lie, but there's one thing that we all agree on, is that Shanique is the prime suspect who is responsible for murdering Jaden Smith. All of us agree on that. All of us. agree on that. So unity. You see, social media, anybody in this live right here, if you not go turn on a camera upon yourself, and if you not go step out there and say, who no want to represent this a person here, and who no want to do this and who no want to do that, be prepared for the backlash that may come. It will take a little bit of training, yeah, but just be prepared for the backlash that may come. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is this. My brother J Progress did a live the other day, and he was talking about the liar. Let me play a couple of clips of the brother, the true warrior, the fighter in the Jaden Smith case. J Progress, bear with me until I find it. All right, first one, right, just so. You see, me want the powers that be. So the longer on wait to do a proper investigation, jungle justice is alive and well in the Jaden Smith movement. Me no want it, Me no want it. Let's play this clip here.
Anybody if spend money employ is money to make them talk the easy way or the hard way, and then drag them, go fling them in the station after you don't record them attack. Anybody if spend money employ is money to make them talk the easy way or the hard way, and then drag them, go fling them in the station after you don't record them attack.
Do you agree with that one? Many people in the movement would agree with the sentiment from J Progress. Many people. You know why? Because of what they did to Jaden Smith. Yes. The prophetess came out and she told us how Jaden Smith was begging wicked girl Shanique not to murder him. Yes. So many people in this movement here would agree with this sentiment here. Yes. Let's go to the liar portion of this recording. Leave uno thoughts in the comment section, because me tell you now that this a yard boss here. I'm making calls behind the scenes. It's not like them don't know me, I'm making the calls. Some people may not want to be in the forefront. They might make videos. I'm not going to call the names of the people them who I'm speaking to behind the scenes, because I believe those conversations should be confidential and those messages should be confidential, right? But trust and believe, not everybody who see out there say justice for Jaden Smith really and truly want to put for them name out there and say join forces for real justice for Jaden Smith. Some people will make videos and say justice for Jaden Smith, like what they did over there on TikTok. Justice for Jaden Smith for some viral videos. Yes. And some gifts. Yes. But them are not real warriors. Them afraid. What you afraid of? You have one life to live. What you afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. It's either we want to do it or we don't want to do it. Jaden Smith parents is not rich. Jaden Smith is not from Jacks Hill, Cherry Hill, Barbican, none of them place there. I know me choose Jaden Smith case, you know. Jaden Smith choose me. In my life journey upon this planet here, I was more focused on entertainment, popularity, rubbing shoulders with the who is who of Jamaican society. That was my focus over there on TikTok, in the rankers circles. I never knew that my purpose would have just shift from the bagga celebrity lifestyle to justice for Jaden Smith. There was something about this little boy when he first went missing. And I just did just a generic video, right? And then I follow up and I say, boy, them not find him yet. Him at 12 years old. Me not think, because it was maybe like a week later. I mean, I say 7 days pass now. And him not come back home. And that me I say, you know, in the earlier stage, you know. Because me did it from day one, you know. From day one. Me say, no man, 7 days pass and him not come back home. And then me start call out to the influencers them. And then the videos them start. And then in case just catch a fire and went viral. And then from the case catch a fire now and it went viral. And the people them a create the videos them. And the people them a say, go search the yard. And that's when the police them go search the yard. Because of the pressure where them a get from social media. And you see over TikTok, some people don't like TikTok, you know. Some people don't really understand TikTok. But you see, if it wasn't for TikTok, Shanique, the mama, none of them would have come out and talk. You know what the people them over TikTok do? TikTok them will accuse you of murdering Smaddy without any evidence. And that is exactly what them do to Shanique. Them say, no, sir. This fishy, you see, once them people up on TikTok would look on something and say, no, sir, as soon as you fly down from foreign the Friday, the little boy, Jaden Smith, went missing, that is all them need, you know. Them no need timeline, them no need nothing. And then them start beat her, them start beat the family. And that is the reason why they came out and start talking. So thank God for TikTok. Even though the videos them die down now, thank God for TikTok, because that is what shook them out. And you notice where them go give them interviews right over there on TikTok. Where them start talk and start rehearse, because them are rehearse, you know, before them go up on the live them, you know. Because when you're listening to Shanique, you know, she's giving precise timing. Precise timing. Oh, around 6 o'clock on Friday, I went to KFC or wherever for fish and chips for the baby, right? And then she reached at the hospital. She can tell you the precise time, 7:09, when she reached at the hospital to relieve her mom, her father, and her brother to go home. But Shanique, if you're inside here tonight in this live stream here, please let me know, Yard Boss TV, how the hell are you able to arrive at the hospital at 7:09 p.m. and your mama and your papa reported Jaden Smith missing at 7 p.m. Friday night? Shanique, make that make sense. Your plan But you know, think straight. Virtually impossible. Because your mother and your father live about 30 minutes away from the hospital. So you had to return after murdering Jayden to the hospital around 6 o'clock to give your parents time to travel home and reach at the yard, let's say 6:30. Then find out that Jaden Smith is not home, and then them start look for him and then report him missing at 7 o'clock. And let me tell you something. Anne might not be directly involved in murdering Shanique, but Anne is a old wicked woman. You know, hear me just say a while ago? Anne Marie is covering up for her daughter. So basically, Anne Marie is choosing. Does she love Jaden Smith more than how she love her own pitney when she push out? She choose her pitney. You know why I say Anne Marie is a wicked woman? Because Mr. T said, Shanique, fly down. Don't just stay with me. I'm going to get to the liar on video. But I have to give them a little bit of beating. And please leave your thoughts in the comment section. This is how I know say Anne is a cool woman. Remember, Mr. T said see Shanique at 9:30 in the morning. And before him say that, when you can go check out the video, Mr. T said, Shanique fly down early Friday morning to go relieve her mother at the hospital. Early Friday morning. That means that Shanique made her way to the hospital, go see the baby, get the diagnosis from the doctor at 7 a.m. in the morning Friday, find out that the little boy femur bone broke. So Shanique and her mama Yai meet for Friday morning. And this is how wicked the mama is. The live streams that recorded Shanique over there on TikTok telling us when she arrived in the island, the wicked mama did the right in the live stream. She and Shanique. Shanique tell us that she landed in Montego Bay at 2 p.m. She go get fish and chips and spin all over the place. From 2 p.m., it took her what? 5 hours and 9 minutes to go from Montego Bay to the hospital. The mama was right there listening to Shanique telling us a bold-faced lie, creating an alibi. When wicked girl Anne already knows say she see Shanique early Friday morning at the hospital. Anne should be charged for something. Right now, if she there in Jamaica, surprise, same Sierra, Jamaica, you know. And Mr. T know now too. But Mr. T no really have to come out and say no more. He don't have to come out and say no more. The police, them already know. But what I'm saying is in the earlier stages, Anne was covering up. I don't believe, some people say Mr. T is a whole wicked. But I don't believe that Mr. T was involved in the planning. Cause Mr. T no dey on social media like the rest of them. And the wicked daughter was lockstep planning the alibi. But them never know say Mr. T was gonna open his mouth to the Guzuman L.A. Lewis. Them never know that Mr. T was gonna open his mouth to surprise and the Guzuman L.A. Lewis. So, Ann might not be directly involved in the murder of Jaden Smith, but catching Ann covering up. Now me have a question whether or not the wicked woman actually saw Jaden Smith on any CCTV footage. Me I try believe her, you know. Me I try believe her because you know why me I give her the benefit of the doubt? Because she said she saw it in the presence of a detective. That is the reason why I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Yes. But Ann is a cool woman. Let's get to J Progress here addressing the liar.
Anybody if they spend money employed. So even though we welcome the opportunity of a lawyer, no is not the time for a lawyer. If we don't have a damn blasted case in a court, police don't make no arrest. The people never walk up and down same way. You hear me surprised as the people see Ann. Where the mama, what we are doing with lawyer now? So even though we...
All right. Mega ask J Progress if you take time with her. Take time with her. Lena mean good. But I'm going to say this to Lena. You have to be extremely careful when you're coming on a high profile case. Because people scrutinize everything and we are overprotective. We would have wished that we were able to remove Jaden Smith before them kill him from that the situation there now, Lena. So don't feel like a bash we a bash you. We're just overprotective over we little pitney where the wicked girl Shanique come murder. So when you come out now and you say 500,000 for that one, yeah, and me never hear she say she was a liar, you know. People say she's a liar, but now she came out and she said she have law degree and so forth. Right? You have to be careful because people, once you say you're a liar and you represent Jaden Smith, I dig the investigators them start dig right away, you know. And when them pull you up, them not see the public persona of being a liar. Good night, everybody in the chat. Please, me I beg you know, continue to talk in the chat. I will come to those comments. So we have to understand where J Progress have come from. J Progress is a seasoned blogger. This is where J Progress do. Him no give a rat whatever. He cuss out anything. And he's overprotective over Jaden Smith. And anybody will come in the movement and say them are this and say them are that. Right? But me go say this. He is right in the sense that we don't need a lawyer representing. And to be quite honest with you, some platform may want the legal advice. They probably like the legal advice. Yeah? But really and truly what we need is for the DPP, the Andrew Holness-led government, to do them work. That is what we need. So J Progress is right that there is nothing that a lawyer can do to force the police department and the DPP to do anything. If they had that power, it would have been done already. I am not a lawyer. I'm a critical thinker. I'm an investigator, researcher. And from the beginning, I said, when you can go check it, videos upon top of videos, all of my people them who subscribe to that channel here can tell you now. Yard Boss is the first person we call for a civil lawsuit against Shanique and the family for the disappearance of Jaden Smith. Me no hear no lawyer a call for that, even to this day. The only person who come close, let me see if I remember her name. Her name is Caribbean Queen. She's the only person that came close. She have experience of doing something similar overseas. But I think her approach might be a little bit too risky because it's government centered. My approach would be to file the lawsuit against the family, directly against the family, and then you can get discovery. Because you want to know what happened to Jaden Smith, so you can subpoena Mega Mart, you can subpoena Little Caesar, you can subpoena the footages from the hospital, you can subpoena the immigration office for Shanique's travel records. All of that, the evidence there can come out in a civil trial, a civil case against Anne-Marie, Mr. T, Demar, and Shanique. Me no hear no lawyer a talk about that. If you know a lawyer, that is what you need to do. Leave the government alone and go after the family. The government is not responsible for the murder of Jaden Smith. What the government have to do with this? The government is responsible for investigating the case. But if you no find say, you no get what you want get fast enough, Yard Boss a tell you no say, if you name lawyer and you have connection in a Jamaica, I did the research. I would have to go back in my notes. If you want, I can give it to you. The steps that you need to take to file a civil lawsuit against the people them who did I keep Jaden Smith from him at 5 years old. Yes. And little by little, you can subpoena everybody who you need for subpoena and get the evidence. And when you get the evidence, you can release it to the public. Nobody can stop you from releasing the evidence to the public. So there you go. This is the marching orders for all the people them who say them a liar and them have connections here and them have connections there. There goes your marching orders. Because nobody now listen to you. The calls won't not call. The messages, the emails, it's not doing anything. So, this right here, This approach right here will give no one no need, would give the public what them need. File the civil suit. That is it. File a civil suit. But while you no work on a civil suit, I am working behind the scenes. How that sound, my people? How does that sound? Marching orders. But yes, J Progress. Lena, she mean good. She mean good. She contributed to the last protest that occurred in front of Manchester High School. You know, so she spent money. She said she did something about like she put Jaden Smith in the newspaper, something like that. Yeah. But this is where we need to put in the money and on the effort if we name lawyer, cause really and truly, we not call the politician there. And who not call it's not working. Trust me, not work. It's not working. Cause me I talk to people behind the scenes when know them. We can pick up them phone and call the big boss. Yeah. Yes, my people. I am hoping that we're not gonna need too much public pressure. But if it come, we're gonna be peaceful, you know. Peaceful. Right? There's the march coming up again on March 28, 2026 at the Emancipation Park. The organizer of this march is, I guess her name is on the permit. So there's a permit that was pulled for that march. Her name is Caribbean Queen, and she's associated with Team Matter. So I guess those two joined forces and they're holding that protest / march right out there in Emancipation Park. So what they're asking for, right? They're asking for transportation. She needs some sponsorship for 2 buses. But you see, the thing is this, right? I want my people them to donate. I'm going to see if I can find matter number real quick. But this is what I'll need some clarity on. Because the last time they had a bus and nobody no come on the bus. Nobody no show up on the bus. The last protest, I believe they had maybe 25 people. It's not just okay to just get a bus, you know. I think they need to get a head count. If they might bring a set of people from Manchester, they need to get confirmation, right? So I'm going to see if they can get the, if I can get Mato to give me some confirmation. Because I talk to Mato behind the scenes. If I can get some confirmation, head count, right? How much people is going to be on the bus? So we have them people there. Sure, write them name on piece of paper and send it come give me. Write on the name on a piece of paper and make yard boss see it. Yeah? Because me don't want my people them go donate them money and the money just go down in the drain. Okay? That is what I want to say. That is what I want to say. But feel free, my people. I would not go too aggressive, right, as far as like donation, but if it plays in your heart, right, so this is going to be my first outreach. I need some more confirmation as far as getting names on a piece of paper and show me and say, all right, we have this confirmed, and then I'll push a little bit harder because I want to protect my people, them, you know. I want justice, but I want to protect my people them. I'm searching right now to see if I can find matter number. And do me a beg, you know. If you're not going to donate, Not call the man no thief. Okay, donate with a willing heart. Okay, for justice for Jaden Smith, because he is working, Them are working, Them are work. And we can't, me telling you already, we cannot have a movement and it's not funded. That is why rich people, look on what's her name? This woman in a foreign there, some actress, some old woman, will disappear. And them ask for ransom. A whole heap of money the family has spent to find the woman, Mm-hmm. And when them have them big protests over foreign, them the people that were busing, them a pay for bus, them a pay the people them for go protest. So the reason why that the protest there over there on Manchester High School, how they had like 25 people, is one, probably because it was not well funded, and two, them never have the big voices there. Okay, so until I can get some more confirmation, I would even try to get, I'm talking to someone behind the scenes. I have to reach out to somebody else, and I would see if those two people can go to the protest. And to be quite honest with you, I would have to probably squeeze them something out of my own pocket for them to go to the protest, like an appearance fee. Because I think if we can get maybe like 100, 200 people at the protest there, and have even one or two of them pan a bull microphone and them following big enough, so them will turn on them live stream and the whole of Jamaica will see. The whole of Jamaica will see. So I'm gonna try my best to get that done. All right, let me find team motto. So team motto number is this here. Let me see if I can type it in the comment section right here. So it's 876 and then it's 565 2383. All right, so it's in the chat right now. So team motto number is 876 565 2383. Okay, I'm gonna reach out to him. They're trying to get, I think his goal is to get at least 200 people, right, to go to that march at Emancipation Park. I'm just a hope, so we not have to go do no one whole heap of marching, We just a hope. But let's see, let's take it one step at a time. Yeah? Because ideally I would like to be right in front of the DPP office. But if this opportunity come through on Sunday, there's no doubt that you would actually see the case layout right in front of her. Yeah? Because they do watch this program, not my program, but the person program. They would see it. Mm-hmm. Yes, they would see it. So what else? Okay. So that's the march, right? And then we have Tiger. As me call for, me call for unity, my people. Me call for unity. There is Tiger. He's over there on TikTok. He have a GoFundMe, right? That he is raising funds for a private investigator. If you don't believe, so we need a private investigator in the case, we can just go on his page and even donate $1, $5 US, $1 US towards that cause. It's up to you guys. Yeah. So as I said, like I've been like talking to some of the people in the movement behind the scenes. I was on Matter Live for quite a while, maybe for like an hour the other day. So I spoke to Matter on the live, talked to the people them, I also get a chance to actually meet, not saying meet her in person, but talk to, chat and laugh. You know, she's another warrior in the Jaden Smith case. Sometimes we have a caution her. You know. We all have our different approaches, right? When it comes to these type of cases. This is the first one, right? That Jaden Smith basically recruited me, you know, because me no want to see Shani get away with murdering Jaden. Mm-mm. Me can't afford that to happen. No. Mm-mm. And if you in this a chat here, I want to know Shanique, on the record her. When I say, yard boss don't give out the secret. Yeah, but record our conversation. She no must know. Even if she in a chat, even if she inside there, she no must know say people are record her. She no must know. Yeah. So we all have our different approaches, right? And when we try to caution people on is this. You see, if we don't know directly, or we don't have the evidence directly, so the people them involved in a Jaden Smith case, we want to be extremely careful. We want to be extremely careful. Yeah? If we not have no evidence tying some, because ear said this and one your ear said this up. No man, them the thing that dangerous. A Jamaica we are talking about, you know. So I want to know want come back to Jamaica. No man. Mm-mm. Them ears said Jaden Smith get cremated, them ears said this, them ears said, but we not the evidence. Them thing that can't hold up in a court of law. A convict who want convict wicked girl Shanique, you know. Yeah. And right now what the police them do, them now have no evidence to charge her. You know understand what I just say a while ago? The police them investigation so far, them no gather no evidence for charge Shanique with murdering Jaden Smith. But is the evidence there? Yes. The evidence is there. But them no gather it. That is why we need people more powerful than them to help them. Because them probably can't do it by themselves. The evidence where we have, the timeline, plant Shanique in the vicinity where Jaden Smith went missing, where Jaden Smith went murder, 4:30. Last seen, Jaden Smith was last seen on CCTV footage according to Wicked Girl Ann, exiting the back of Megamart. Where was Shanique? Shanique, the day at the hospital at 3:30. Mr. T put Wicked Girl Shanique at the hospital at 3:30. So Shanique was ready and available during the disappearance window. She lied to us. Said she arrived at the hospital at 7:09 because she never want us to know that she was there in the vicinity available to murder Jaden. So the evidence is there. And then them can dig further to see when Shanique leave the hospital after 3:30 to go carry out the act. And who left the hospital with Shanique? Because Mr. T said is Shanique and the friend Tommy, the driver, enter the hospital at 3:30, the two of them. So did Shanique and the driver and the exited the hospital after 3:30 to go pick up Jaden Smith. Because remember, Jaden Smith did say him cousin from foreign I come pick him up. That is the reason why he gave away his umbrella. Him never need it. Somebody I come pick him up in a car. So you notice, my approach is, me not accuse nobody of nothing. If I can't plot it, me not go use no hearsay. Me not go use no hearsay the principal is connected to funeral home and the principal go burn him because Ann say him is the first person what she call when him notice say Jaden Smith missing and the principal come at the yard and pick up Jaden Smith body and bring Jaden Smith body go burn it. My timeline cannot come to that conclusion. So the principal go pick up Jaden Smith corpse and bring it going funeral home, go burn it. You get what me I say? We have to be careful. I know we're in the blogging world and we're in social media and people want to get views and likes. But here, in this case right here, we're talking about real life. A life was taken away. Yeah? By we know who? Shanique Lawrence Cook. Did she get help? I don't know. You hear me just say a while ago? I don't know. That is for the police and the DPP to investigate and look on the camera footage them and say, oh, so Shanique was there and wicked girl Tommy was the driver and wicked boy Demar was in the car. The police them just need to do them work. And then we would get the justice for Jaden Smith. Strongly believe that. But the social media, me hear say, me think say, even the visions could be accurate, but the visions are not admissible in the court of law. Shanique is already convicted in the court of public opinion. And me sure say if she go back to Jamaica, jungle justice might reach her. And jungle justice might reach them family in Jamaica. But to convict them, the people, we can chat as much as we want chat. Make as many viral videos as we want make viral videos. If we not have the police department ordered to do a proper investigation and get all of the evidence, Shanique and the family will not sit not even one day in a prison. If we not get the police department and the DPP to investigate the case. They keep on going back to Donnelly Donaldson. It's the same thing that was going on with Donnelly Donaldson. Same exact thing that was going on. But Andre Stevenson and the mother got along bad in front of Harvard Tree police station, DPP office. Them got along bad. And them never have no big set of people. They maybe have like 100 people or something like that at them protests. But they had two big voices there. They had Andre and they had the Guzuman, L.A. Lewis. L.A. Lewis again. And guess who ordered the police department to do them work? Paula Llewellyn, the DPP, because of public pressure. Them never have no evidence. When you hear me just say a while ago, them never have no evidence until the DPP step in. And then them start work. The coach was transferred from Maitland's apartment via a truckman, go to a car wash, go wash. No evidence never left on the coach. That the evidence they gone. But there was still evidence in the apartment. Because when you are bleeding, you could have clean and clean and clean. Something must left over. And after them protests and go along bad and the DPP say, do this, do that. Them go in there at the apartment and them find Donnelly blood, not just DNA, blood in 3 locations in the apartment. And that alone convicted Noel Maitland. That is it. Nothing else. Noel Maitland attorney said Donnelly Donaldson left on banana boat. But that could not stand up against the DNA evidence. And let's take a look at Jaden Smith case. Remember, we said Donnelly Donaldson just 3 spots in the apartment, or blood in the apartment. That alone convict him. But look how much evidence we have in a Jaden Smith case. I don't even think you even need Jaden Smith blood nowhere. And Jaden Smith blood probably still there in the yard if I did so them murder him. Them need to go check that the yard there again. And them need to go check wherever Shanique went up a Spur Tree. Them the 2 locations there, them need to go check. Because we as human beings, we're creatures of habits. She pick up the key and she run go up a Spur Tree. Where she go? So when she pick up Jaden, where she go? She bring Jaden in yard? Or she bring Jaden go a Spur Tree? By the look of things, Shanique does not come across as a professional. When she talk, you can hear the nervousness in her voice. So we can conclude that Jaden Smith was murdered either at home or in Spur Tree Hill. And those 2 locations, if she drive all the way to Spur Tree, should have ample amount of time to murder Jaden Smith up there at Spur Tree and drive back to the hospital to relieve her parents at 6 p.m. I did that long time ago when J Progress came out with that theory. J Progress was the first one say, Shanique pick up Jaden Smith behind the back of Mega Mart and bring him go a Spur Tree Hill, go murder him. And me I say, boy, but J Progress, you have to be able to tie the timelines together. And me do the calculation, me go up on Google Maps, I may say, okay, how long would it take? Because you have to calculate the traffic patterns too, How long would it take on Friday, given the Jamaican traffic pattern within that area, Mandeville, around 4:30 to 5 to 6 o'clock? How long would it take? Yeah. And she would be able to pick up Jaden Smith, drive go Spur Tree, murder him real quick, and make it back to the hospital. Now, after she murder him, where she do with Jaden Smith body? If she indeed went to Spur Tree, that is something that Shanique would need to spit out under some intense interrogation. And Chat and Laugh did say something when I was on that live. So I can say it because she made it public, saying that an FBI agent in America reached out to her for information on the case. You see, what Shanique underestimates, is the power of Jamaicans in the diaspora. We have lots of Jamaicans overseas who are millionaires. And I'm calling on those people tonight that if you see the politicians, them now do nothing. Help we out now. Help we out now. Help out Jaden Smith now. Put some real money. You don't have to don't donate nothing to nobody in a no movement. Hire on own set of people them and put some money behind Jaden Smith. Hire a private investigator. Yeah? Because even though the promise and hearing our FBI agent, yeah, we have FBIs who are Jamaicans. Yeah, we do. Yeah, you have people overseas. We speak with dialect. We understand Caribbean accents. Yeah, a lot of us are in the FBI, right? But what the FBI is going to do without evidence in Jamaica? Probably to pressure the Jamaican government to do some investigation. I think that's the angle that she was going at. Yes. So that would be the hope. That would be the hope. That would be the hope. All right. So we're here for an hour now. We have 178 on inside here. Please, my beg you now, give this live stream a like. And if this is your first time seeing me, please subscribe to the channel. All right, time for the comments. Good night, Yard Boss. Good night, Yard Boss. Thank you for all you have and will continue to do until justice is served for Jaden Smith. Yeah, Shanique, I know we have a lot of prayer warriors inside this movement. I wanna say Shanique may get away from going to prison, but the Lord, she not get away from God. But me I try. Trust me, I'm trying. And everybody in the movement is trying. Are you still going to be on Andre's show? Well, Elliot, I was supposed to be on it in the week, but he had the PMP conference, right? So he had to push it back. So I spoke to him, and the schedule is supposed to be Sunday. I'm going to try and confirm it tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know. I'll just post a poster, right, if that is confirmed. And let's just be patient with Andre, because it's a lot of literature that I gave to him, and for him to invite me on the show, right, he know the type of person I am, and he knows I don't really pick sides when it comes to politics. Okay, I cover both sides of the political aisle, GLP and PMP, right? And yeah, him see my work and him say, all right, yard boss, want to come? Cause him not have the time really and truly, to like if you not follow the case from the beginning, you're not gonna really have the in-depth knowledge, right? And I'm not the type of person who is gonna accuse people wrongfully unless me not have the evidence and the timeline and the speeches to tie people directly to murdering Jaden Smith. Okay. All right. So a spiritual lady, you have to bear with me as I read these comments, right? So a spiritual lady, a elderly say he was buried under a something another tree in a vision. A guango or a mango tree in a vision. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that a couple of times, and there was someone who actually she never been to the area, and she described where the house looked like. So really and truly, so many visions lining up for say Shanique pick up Jaden Smith and go murder Jaden Smith. I'm yard. Andre will definitely speak on this case. Jaden was a brilliant young man. Yeah, Andre is he want justice for Jaden Smith, He does. He want justice for Jaden Smith. But let me tell you, man, the man is doing so much work. All right, God is going to reveal everything. Yes, I do believe that Jaden did not run away. Nope, he did not run away. My question, why has the baby foot got damaged in the web? Yes. And it's the same thing with the people them over TikTok saying. But in the beginning, I understand how TikTok work. Cause a TikTok boss me. Me understand. So them the people they over TikTok, feed them head gone. And when them put two and two together and then say, them don't need no evidence because say she a murderer. They don't need no evidence. But you know what she fooled me? She fooled me because she was so soft spoken. When she did that first speech to the public. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come and say a few words in regards to Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith was well taken care of. Yeah, Jaden Smith was taken care of to a point where he was stable enough, the home was stable enough for him to excel in school. But at the same time, you and your wicked brother never liked Jaden. Because Jaden is so much smarter than you and your brother. You and your brother never used to get the amount of trophy where Jaden Smith get. Uno wasn't no top. Jaden Smith was not just top of the class, Jaden Smith was the top of the entire school. How unique is that? His mother, them say, boy, you know what them say? Jaden Smith mother, the video that is coming up at 9 o'clock, when you go hear the next door neighbor I talk about Andrine and Jaden Smith Papa. You know what the man said? The man said Jaden Smith mama and Jaden Smith Papa was drunk when Jaden Smith went missing. The man said the two of them they are rum bar a drink. Them never business with Jaden. All when Jaden Smith graduation, the two of them drunk. And never go a Jaden Smith graduation. Mama and Papa they are rum bar when Jaden Smith a collect award. So all of that Jaden Smith go through. Living with people who supposed to love him and nurture him. But they had two evil people in that they house there whenever like Jaden Smith. Demar. And I believe Demar is the one that's, if him no involved in a murder, Jaden Smith, him are the one will help set up Jaden Smith life. Because a him go tell him sister say, Jaden Smith sight, but them call him Spider-Man. And Spider-Man drop and broken foot. So Shanique and Demar never like Jaden. Never like Jaden. All right. So Pauline, you are so correct. Okay. Them heartless man. I'm still here on Jaden Smith case. We can't leave it. Can't leave it. But I don't think we're gonna have to wait too long before the powers that be do what they're supposed to do. Because let me tell the people them who may talk to behind the scenes, so we are chat too much. Too much talking. We need some action and we need some unity. We can't be fighting against each other. We need unity. And that's why I come out and I say, J Progress, take your time with the liar. Why J Progress the use that? The man say, me no business if you have no law degree. Did you pass the bar? Lena, I saw social media work, so don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. As a social media work. Yeah. So you can have a law degree, but the man said, did you pass the bar? But just take time with her. She mean good. She mean good. All right. I'm going to give her the marching order. The marching order is to file a civil suit against the family. Leave the government out of this. The government is the investigative body. That's what we need them to do, right? File a civil suit against the family. Them can lose the house. They must have savings put on somewhere. And whatever evidence you gather from the civil suit, you can turn it over to the DPP to look at it. But I have the utmost confidence, right? And I only give me the confidence, all of my subscribers, you remember where we start from? Maureen, Elaine. We remember where we start from? 25 people, We start over here on YouTube with 25 subscribers. And I grow this little by little. I may tell everybody, say, I want like-minded people over here. We can reason. When I look for no viral this and no viral that. If we not look for viral this and viral that, we can go somewhere else. And we take with time and we build. Little by little, justice for Jaden Smith. Because I believe that every one of my subscribers, them over here, have the same powers that I have. When the voice loud, whenever I want to leave a comment in any of the videos, them, you know what them comments they do and you know what them likes they do? It push it out to more people to see the videos. I am just the one who brave enough to put my face out there for justice for Jaden Smith. And if you don't believe you don't have something to say also, you can do the same thing with me I do. You can put a camera right in front of you and call out the wicked gang and say you're not going to get away with murdering Jaden Smith. Just use your own style. You don't have to mimic me, right? Just be authentic to the people them and people will interact. We don't know. But everybody is important. Every single one of you is important because when Shanique is going behind bars, with the silver bangles them pan her hand. The whole of we are going to celebrate. Mm-hmm. The whole of we are going to celebrate. Yes. And then we'll get some closure. Then we'll get some closure. And the hope is that the wicked girl will tell us where she bury Jaden, what she do with Jaden. That would be the hope. All right, so Paulina said, please don't call any names. All right, I'm not sure which part of the program that was. Yeah, but them already, some of the people them in the chat, right? Them see me on other platforms, so them know exactly what's going on, right? They know exactly what's going on. So we need truth, yard boss. Yeah, man, truth, truth. We know the truth. We need truth. We don't need a bunch of accusations. But as I say, everybody have their own style, right? So I'm not gonna knock them. TikTok is the wild, wild west. Mm-hmm. Wild, wild, wild west over there. Them chat anything will come to them mouth. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I get on my knees every morning and call his name and ask God to intervene on the case. Yes, we need the prayer warriors to continue to pray for Jaden Smith. And let me tell you now, I always ask you to give me the strength to pray for me, to give me the strength, to give me the ability to think critically outside the box, right? And I do feel it. I do feel the prayers. I do feel the prayers. I know I have extra energy to fight even harder. I admire Jaden. Seems like a humble and quiet person. You can see he was a brilliant child and was going to excel. Yeah, he was already excelling. Already excelling. You know? Yeah. And you can see like everybody had brag about him. The entire family was bragging about him. So if we not brag about him so much, why want to kill him? Hmm? That is the question. You know? If wicked girl Shanique a brag about Jaden Smith so much, why you murder him? Just because you pitney, broken foot. As some people are talk about, I heard like some people are try pick up for Shanique and say, oh, maybe she murder him. She hit him real hard and he died and it was an accident. That was not an accident. Because she had enough time to calm down. Shanique heard about the little boy broke him foot at 7 a.m. in the morning. Shanique had enough time to calm down. But Shanique was not capable of calming down because Shanique probably suffered from some mental illness. She could not calm down. Her head chip out gone. Could not calm down. And that is the reason why I say manslaughter would not be sufficient enough for Shanique. If she's not charged with first degree murder, she should be charged with murder, not manslaughter. Well, because murder, comes with a minimum of 15 years in jail. And I believe manslaughter, there's no minimum for manslaughter. So even if she come out and she confess and she cap a plea deal, don't charge her with manslaughter, murder, because she need to go rope sometime, doing a GP. All right. Shanique rehearsed her speech before giving it. She wasn't even allowing her wicked mother to talk for herself. Did not realize, okay, I'm trying to, yeah, did not realize it was better to plead the fifth and say nothing. They sold out. So this is a regular person here. So this is the thing. Them guilty, right? Shani probably did this for the first time. She was scared. My thinking is that Shanique black out. And Shanique was going to give Jaden Smith the same treatment or make him suffer the same pain where a pitney go through. There's some visions where say she break Jaden Smith femur bone and Jaden Smith was bleeding, right? Me never see it, okay? And I guess them panic because of the backlash from social media, and they were afraid, the entire family was afraid, because Jamaica have a jungle justice mentality. Shanique did fly out, but her mother, her father, not her father, she no business about Mr. T. Her mother, her baby, and the man was still in Jamaica. Remember, Shanique never get out the baby yet. The baby was still in Jamaica. She fly up without the baby. The baby was still in Jamaica. So that is where the panic set in now. And then she come out and she start chat. She build up the alibis, and you're right. She was like rehearsing, and she come like she read on a piece of paper. And make up. I say, me have to make up something real fast. Cause me no want them jungle justice my picnic. But for them say, Mr. T came to the rescue and tell us when him see the wicked girl. Yes. If Mr. T never open him mouth, I look like I'm here the only one I defend Mr. T. Everybody say Mr. T is all wicked. Look like I'm here alone I defend Mr. T. But allow me to tell, if it wasn't for Mr. T, boy, and the police them nah do no work. So I was going to say, if it wasn't Mr. T, we'd have to rely upon the police department to do them work. But then, Shani could have get where. So right now, if Shani never liked Mr. T before, she was not like him now. She was not like him now. Demar and Shanique is the two main perpetrators, and help from principal pastor Shanique's side. Okay, Shanique's side dick. Oh, Shanique's side man. See me, I telling about social media. Yeah, this is a subscriber. You don't have the evidence there now. For tie all of them people that do it, So how would you tie Demar to the murder of Jaden Smith? The only way you can tie Demar is, does Demar have any motive? Probably never liked Jaden, but Demar does not have like the same feeling for Zaire that a mother would have. Okay, so his motive would be more like, okay, I'm gonna be there with my sister. But how would you put him there? You have to see the evidence, right? You have to see him, if you can see him leaving. And even with Shanique, even with Shanique, we said that Shanique was in the area. Okay, we know that an eyewitness placed her in the hospital at 3:30. But if we not see Shanique and leave the hospital at 3:30, Shanique nah go and not a jail. Because I saw courthouse work. And that's why I'm always caution. I know we are emotionally connected to the Jaden Smith case, right? But I believe, based on Shanique alibi, that she indeed would be on the cameras at the hospital, leaving the hospital. You notice what I just do a while ago? There is an alibi. So now we can say, because the wicked girl says she arrived at the hospital at 7:09, and Mr. T see her in the morning, And Mr. T see her again at 3:30. The probability of Shanique leaving the hospital after that 3:30 p.m. sighting is extremely high. That is mathematics right there. Yeah? So me I say now, Shanique, high probability that she left the hospital and got murder Jayden. But in order for it to be admissible in the court of law, we have to see Shanique and the video exiting the hospital. And it will be even much more powerful if we can see Shanique pick him up on Perth Road. Because there's cameras all over. So as far as them are and the pastor, you need evidence to accuse them. All right, Mr. T already said everything in his interview with L.A. Lewis. Him not say everything. Him not say everything. Him not know everything. There was more. And this is the thing too, like L.A. Lewis did an excellent job. But L.A. Lewis could have gone a step further. And the case would have been even more powerful even without video evidence. If L.A. Lewis did say, all right, you see her coming at the hospital at 3:30. Did you observe Shanique leaving the hospital after 3:30? That should have been the follow-up. Yeah? Let me know all of the sightings with Shanique that day. Tell me when she leave again after 3:30. And if him say she leave at 4 o'clock, then what time she come back? And if him say she come back at 6 o'clock, then we know say case closed. Send for Shanique foreign. Because that is an eyewitness seeing the wicked girl. And him still need to be questioned about those and all of the police and the DPP. We need to go question Mr. T more and ask him those questions. After you see Shanique at 3:30, did you observe Shanique leaving the hospital after 3:30? And if him don't know the time, even if him can't really tell you the time that Shanique leave, all we want to know say, is the wicked girl leave the hospital after 3:30. And tell us when she come back. When she come back, he will have a better timing on when she come back. Because when she come back, they left. Mr. T left, and Demar left. And Mr. T need to ask, Mr. T have the answers. Yes. Thinking about it. My people. Mr. T statements can convict Shanique, you know. Yeah. Mr. T can put Shanique at the murder scene. Boy, them police are not work. If me there upon this a live stream, I just a reason and I think Mr. T with proper interrogation can lock up Shanique. Yes. and whoever is involved, because they need to know when she leave, who and Shanique left the hospital. If Demar left with her, Tommy the driver, and the three of them came back to the hospital. And then you go interrogate Demar, interrogate the driver. Shanique already run gone. Where did it go? Where wanna leave the hospital and go? Me there kill up myself over video evidence. You no need no video evidence. Cause Mr. T see everything. Yeah. Where wanna left the hospital after 3:30 and go? Come back to the hospital, Mr. T, Demar, and run home. Jaden no there. Report Jaden missing at 7 o'clock. Wicked girl Shanique tell who say she arrived at the hospital at 7:09. Jailhouse. Mr. T can send Shanique and whoever help Shanique go to prison. Police only need to go interrogate Mr. T more and ask him those questions. Let me repeat it again to Uno. Mr. T same see her at 3:30. Ask Mr. T after 3:30, did you observe Shanique leaving the hospital and coming back to the hospital? And if Mr. T can say yes to that, you don't need no video evidence. The eyewitness. And then you move on now. If you ask anybody who left the hospital with the wicked girl, where who no go? Mr. T say him see who no leave the hospital. Where who no go? Jaden say foreign cousin come pick him up. Where who no go? Boy, I wanna beat Mr. T so. Mr. T, you have it. You have the answers, Mr. T. All right. The phrase, Mr. Okay, I don't understand. Okay. The phrase Mr. T told Jaden, maybe he knew that something was going to happen to Jaden. But them say, be good. That I don't really know. When I think that phrase is, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't hurt Jaden. I'm with you, yard boss. They should pick on she needs to be charged with accessory to murder. Well, they can't charge Anne with accessory to murder if she was not there murdering Jaden. You can charge Anne with what you would say, cover up. Yeah, you can charge her with cover up. But really and truly, in the justice system, if Anne knows something and Anne decides say she plead the fifth, you can't force Anne to plead for talk. Right? Is she harboring a fugitive? Me no know. Me not a liar, so we have to ask a liar that. We have to ask a liar. Can Anne be charged for knowing that her daughter says she see her daughter at early in the morning on Friday and was on a live stream and the daughter says she reached at the hospital at 709. Can she be charged with that? I don't know. A lawyer would have to answer that. But if she see Shanika murder Jayden, hell and powder house. So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't answer that one. Because people are allowed to lie, you know. People can lie, you know. Yeah, people can lie. And you can't charge them for lie. But if you can tie the lie to the murder, but if you can't lie, tie the lie to the murder, that's not going nowhere. How dons and dummies trick the police? All right, let me see. Going to be with me. How dons and dummies can trick the police and people for so long? Nobody have a clue what's going on. That's the questions. All know the police or nobody can. Of course, them figure it out. Them just them can figure it out. A little bit of effort. Yeah, a little bit of effort. Some people say, and mother, obia, the police them don't they? So them say. But yeah, a little bit of effort. And I guess in the beginning, them say, and them know somebody or somebody in the family was a police officer or something like that. So there could be some form of corruption involved too. But a small level police officer should not be able to derail a high profile case. So that one is troubling. All right. So Anne needs to be charged with endangering the welfare of a child abuse, and accessory to crime. Everything we want to charge people, we don't have to have evidence. Yes, that's when all the cover-up blow up wide open. L.A. Lewis interview, yes. Give L.A. Lewis him credit and give Sir Price him credit. Sir Price is an OG on the case. All right, glad Yard Boss, you're here again on Jaden Smith case. Juliet, big up. Hi Yard Boss, J Progress, so not know anything. I like him, but he's wrong with the liar. Yeah, a lot of people love the liar. You know, she's a true fighter for Jaden Smith, and she means well, right? And she's not the type of person that is like overbearing. You know, she was just defending her credibility. You can't wrong her. People say she's a fake liar, she's not a this and she's not a that. But she will learn social media, right? And after this, I hope she don't come out and answer nobody. Okay, that would be my recommendation to her. If you want to create a YouTube channel and talk about Jaden Smith, you're well spoken, you can do that. People will listen to you, right? You don't have to come out and defend whether or not you pass the bar, yes or no, right? Even if you don't pass the bar and you have a law degree, you still went to school and you study. So you know law, right? Me, I'm not a lawyer. Me never study law. Yeah. But you really and truly want to see justice for Jaden Smith. But don't come out and answer nobody. Just keep on pushing on. All right. I'm so worried when I don't hear you. So positive when I hear. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just taking it day by day, day by day. You see, I'm not a full-time blogger, you know. I am not a full-time blogger. This is not how I eat. Yeah, this is not how I. Yeah, this don't pay my bills really. All right, it takes a lot. Well, let's say it takes a lawyer that can fight, can get the police to give info, whoever is in charge. No, to be quite honest with you, right? And I don't want to like keep on beating this lawyer situation here. But the only lawyer that as I gave the lawyers the marching order, civil case. That is where them have the most power. As far as like ordering the police department to do something or ordering the government to do something, them can't do that. They cannot do that. Probably can sue the government for what you would say negligence in investigation. But why would you want to go up against the government? I think we just ask for trouble in that the case there. Just civil. That's it. Good night, everyone from London, UK. Big up yourself. All right, Kerry Duncan now. Maureen, let me hear what Maureen have to say. So Kerry Duncan can solve other murder that commit in Manchester, but him cannot see no case as Jaden Smith case. I wonder who Kerry Duncan a cover up for. Aye. Well, when police want to solve a case, them can solve it real quick. But to the alright. So when you see police officers move swift with like gang members, right? You have to remember this. Them know the gangster them. Them know the wars that's going on in the area, right? So them will move really, really fast and picking up the perpetrators. As far as the Jaden Smith case itself, I think the Jaden Smith case would need proper investigative skills that might not be in Manchester. You ever think about that? Yeah, they might not have the intellect there to properly investigate the case. I don't know. Because that's the only solution how we can come up with. They probably not have the intellect like over there to properly prosecute the case. All right, let's see here. So we have some more. Need the head of police to get to the bottom of this. The head of police, I need the DPP. Yeah, the DPP, they know exactly the type of evidence that they need to bring charges in this case. So they would be the ones to give the police department the marching orders. We're going to go do this. Get all of them evidence there and bring it back. And we need DPP and probably a special investigative unit. I know CTAC was a good one, but there's a lot of madness going on in CTAC now. And I believe they just formed a new unit. So I think that's what is needed in this case, DPP, and because really and truly the police, they're not doing anything. So probably they're not capable. Sad to say. All right, this is what a lawyer is good for. All right, let's see, you are correct, yard boss. But the Ministry of Education failed Jaden Smith and the school. How so? By not saying anything? The Ministry of Education, it don't normally come out and give public statements on any missing child, because Jaden Smith is not the only missing child. In Jamaica have an epidemic with missing children. So I'm not sure how the Ministry of Education feel Jaden Smith. Some people say the Child Protective Service also feel Jaden Smith. But I believe they were alluding to when Jaden Smith used to show up at school with cocoa on him forehead. And they picked them at the school and asked Jaden how him head swell up. So maybe that's the line they were going down as far as like the Child Protective Service should have stepped in. But then again, it's kind of tough because when the Child Protective Service come in, what them a look for? Them a look for neglect, them a look for abuse. Jaden Smith is a brilliant boy, excelling in school. So even if them come and them investigate the family, more than likely them not gonna remove Jaden Smith because them are gonna say it's a stable home. The environment is stable enough for Jaden Smith to excel in school. I know we were like an hour and 44 minutes in. All right, let me finish up this and then we're gonna call it a night. I haven't been producing any videos lately, so He given 1 hour and 45 minutes. And fingers crossed, we will be able to address the nation on Sunday and rebuke the wicked girl, Shanique. Yes. Call Mato. Yeah, I don't have the number. I put the number in the yeah, I've been talking to Mato behind the scenes. All right, so let's see here. Justice for Jaden Smith. Justice. Nothing stays hidden forever. You're so right. Justice for Jaden Smith. God bless you, yard boss. Keep on doing what you're doing. So, Mato number is 876-565-2383. 876-565-2383. There's a march on the 28th of March next month at the Emancipation Park. I'm not sure the time, right? But when I reach out the team Matter, we're trying to get at least 200 people to attend that march. If you can attend the march, let Matter know. If you need any special accommodations, if you're in a Kingston, please make it to the march. If you're in a Manchester, reach out to Matter and tell Matter, say you want to be on the bus leaving from Manchester. Okay, because I believe there's going to be a bus leaving from Manchester. Call Matter, give Matter on a name. There's going to be food, right? So I'm going to talk to him about maybe like breakfast and lunch, right? Somebody who cater food, right? Andre have a food business, him cater food. So that could be something else where we can maybe contract with Andre Kitchen, Partner TV Kitchen, to supply food for the march, right, for the protest. So that's another angle. And we can't expect him to do it for free. It will cost money. All right. Yeah, that would be good. That is a good idea. Yeah, to have partner, yeah, sponsor food, but give Matter on a name, so we can at least have a count of the people them who is going to be attending the protest. All right. So Donnelly mom got justice she needed, so still praying for Jaden Smith. Yeah, Jaden Smith, I will get justice too. We just need the proper investigation to happen. And with you, Adba, she must not get away. She never get away. Because me telling you, the politician, them know what I want, you know. Them know exactly what I want, but Jaden Smith case is not a priority. Melissa come mash up the whole of the place and kill off one more heap of people. Jaden Smith case, we need to make Jaden Smith case be a priority. That is what we're working on. Because we know there's enough evidence there to convict Shanique of murder and send Fiara foreign. Demar knows what his sister did to Jaden. The way I want to talk, like on to see. Like on to see exactly what happened. But I know who definitely Mr. T can tie Shanique. That is the key lynchpin right there, Mr. T. And Demar could probably be involved if Mr. T can say, Demar, Shanique, and the driver left the hospital. Need to do a live show with people calling in and praying. Prayer breaks all chains, prayer warriors. Yeah, that's a good point, because before I did say, I'm going to get a calling number. So, yeah, I think I need to put that back in focus to get a number so people them can call in and talk. Yeah, that's a great point. Sharon Simpson, that's a great point. Yeah. Prayer changes everything. Yes, I am a big proponent of prayer. Jaden case took too long. All the evidence are gone from the home. No. Jaden Smith, evidence are there. You don't need all of that. You probably don't even need blood samples or none of that, because the case is so strong. This case is extremely strong. There's so many moving parts. If we find DNA evidence in the home, make the case even stronger, meaning it's going to be like first degree murder, right? But remember, there are levels, There's first degree murder, there's second degree murder, there's manslaughter, there's other charges. So we can't say it take too long. And 141 days, yeah, I think probably it's the same time as Donnelly Donaldson, or maybe Donnelly Donaldson start get a little bit more traction a little bit sooner than this case here. But yeah, no, it's not too long. And they can still go into the house at Spur Tree or go into the house where Jaden Smith live and still find blood evidence soak in a something. Hardwood floors, concrete, tile, grout. Yeah, if them have tile floors and it's black grout and him a bleed in the house, them not gonna be able to clean up everything. If you have a proper forensic team and go in the house and do them work, if he was indeed bleeding, then we find evidence. Yes, I say the same, sir. Search the house in Mandeville and Spur Tree. Yes. Seems them are lured Jaden. No, I don't think them are lured Jaden anywhere. Jaden already knew that Shanik was going to come and pick him up from the night before. When Jaden was going to school in the morning, Jaden knows that Shanik did not come pick him up. Because them said that Manchester High School does not allow them to bring a cell phone into the school. So, if him never have him cell phone on him, them give Jaden Smith instructions the night or early in the morning. So this is where you're gonna meet your cousin from foreign. This is where you're gonna meet Shanik. And maybe them tell him say Shanik will go come pick him up to bring him to the hospital. Cause that would make the most sense. Everybody, entire family there at the hospital. Why Jaden Smith supposed to go home by himself? That is what me I say now. Why would you say Jaden Smith go on home by yourself when everybody in the hospital? The correct thing to do would be to pick up Jaden Smith and say, come on the hospital, come check on your cousin to see how your cousin is doing. Right? That is what I was expecting, But to bring him away, say, I'm going to come pick you up and bring you, go drop you off and leave you at the yard by yourself. I think that's what Jaden was thinking. Say, them are going to come pick him up and him are going to go to the hospital, go check on the little baby. Because he did go to the hospital the night. Everybody in the house go to the hospital with the baby. But instead, she bring him, go murder him. Yes, good night, yard boss. Bless up. Traveling from overseas records should show and connect all the dots and visit to the hospital. Yes. But I don't have it. I don't have the records. I just connect the dots. And the only time that Shani could arrive in Jamaica is between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. Friday morning to make it to Mandeville to see Mr. T at 9:30 a.m. When are you coming in, Andre show? Boy, I've got to tell Andre this. Andre, what are you waiting on? Well, he rescheduled for Sunday, so I'm going to try and confirm with him tomorrow to see if it's a go for Sunday, and I'll let you guys know. All right, we need justice for Jaden. Real talk. You think about Jaden Smith death. My God. Yes. Thank you, Yard Boss. So sincere thanks for all your advocacy for Jaden. Me tell you, man, me never know. All of my, like when I was younger, I always pray for purpose. You know, because I believe that we have one life to live, right? I am rebellious. And all the time I say, Father God, what is my purpose in life? You just have put me here so for just live so. What is my purpose? And I started no page over there on TikTok and it gained some traction. I'm gonna say, cause I was behind the scenes, right? And then I start show my face and I start do my thing and the page just get big. I never knew that that was gonna happen. Me never know say me that got the right so I advocate for Jaden Smith. I never knew. And I'm not just making videos for views. No. If me I make videos for views, me have gone in a celebrity space. That's where you get all of the views. Right? But this is one step, right? As far as my purpose in life. Right now the purpose is seeking justice for Jaden Smith. Yeah. Am I afraid? No, I am not afraid. Because I believe I'm doing it the right way. I believe I'm doing it the right way. Not accusing anybody of doing anything. You see, in social media, you have to be very careful in what you say, right? Because people are watching. You may think, say, Andrew Holness and him team now watch me on TV. Them I watch. And you're going to lose credibility when you're attacking people without evidence, right? So my purpose in life right now is justice for Jaden Smith. And Uno, all of you guys giving me the strength to push forward. Like sometimes before I make a video or like earlier, you know, you would be a little bit nervous and be like, you know, am I doing the right thing? Me have to watch what me I say, you know, because Jamaica is not a normal place, but I think I'm at the point right now where no, I'm not afraid. I'm not nervous. Yep. Me not think me reach Andre Stevenson warrior level yet. Me not reach. Me not reach this yet. We might take on Andrew Wallace and the politicians. Me not reach that level there yet. But step by step. Right now we have a mission, and the mission is justice for Jaden Smith. Andrew is a bit busy. Yeah. Thank you, Yard Boss. You're doing a good job, and your job is well done. Continue to do your best. Much love. Bless up, Faye. She's Delilah. Shanique is Delilah. Yes. All right, my people. So, thank you guys again for tuning in to another live stream. Again, we're all in this together, right? Justice for Jaden Smith. If you guys can, reach out to Mato. Let him know that you guys are interested in going to the march on the 28th of March, right, at Emancipation Park. If you live in Kingston, please me I beg you, find a way to make it. I'm going to find out the time, so I'll let you guys know the time. And then if you guys are interested in a private investigator, there is Tiger who is doing that thing, right? But we have Andre Stevenson on board, right? You may not hear him come out and be talking about the Jaden Smith case night in, night out. And the reason behind that is he was not on the case from the earlier stages, right? So it's going to take a lot of studying, a lot of video watching, and him just don't have the time to do that. Okay? But he is 100% on board and he wants justice for Jaden Smith. Okay? And we're working behind the scenes, so hopefully when the time is right, I'll be able to not just address you guys, but address the entire nation, right, in regards to the Jaden Smith case. Until next time, my people, thanks again for tuning in. Walk good. Stay blessed. Peace out.